Here's your heart medicine. Here's your blood pressure pills. Here's your bloody reflux. Here's your sleeping pills. Here's your blow. I'll be back later for my payment. Otherwise, I'll be pinching me walking stick.
Using walking sticks to crack kneecaps down the old folks.
Was there a rise in like broken hips and shit as well?
Probably would be.
But what would you do? Like, okay, let's break it down a little bit further. You're 90, right? So are you going to say that the body is probably not as willing as it used to be?
Sure.
So you get a nose full of Bolivian marching powder. Like, what are you going dancing? What are you doing? Are you going to mainline a Matlock matinee or like bake 900 cakes?
Sit so they can last all day watching Judge Judy on TV.
Knit 500 booties.
Oh shit! Could you imagine the market for that?
Oh, so that's how they're paying for the coke.
That's how they're paying for the coke.
They're getting jacked up.
And they're making rugs and booties and shit.
Yeah, they're off chops on the devil's dandruff, right? Knitting up a storm. Just making booties and hats, and then they're down the local car boot sale or fate going, if you got to buy these, because if you don't, Betty's coming back with the walking stick, and I owe her, I'm ticked up to the eyeball.
Selling cross stitch out of the boot.
Yeah.
Out of the boot of their mobiles. I got some genuine vintage patterns from the woman's day.
Ooh.
Circa 78. Oh, that's shit.
Shady scene. It really is. Like, we're going to be angels by the time we get to the old people's home. Well, we won't.
No. Can you imagine that you know how they bring the local musician in to play at the retirement home?
Well, what about when they get the kids choir, like the Year 3 choir to come in and sing?
Yeah. And that's kind of strange.
Like, don't touch anything, kids.
Yeah, or don't let them touch you, kids. And
don't let Nana give you a kiss.
Can you imagine what Can you imagine? Because all the oldies like to go down the bowling club or the RSL to have like a little bit of a dance, all that kind of thing. Can you imagine what it's like when we get old?
Go down for a slam dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Circle mosh.
Yeah, no. So classic music when we end up being like, down the RSL because that's the only social place we'll be able to go. Is that they're going to have to sell hip replacements in vending machines because the songs that they're going to be playing will be like "Give It Away, Give It Away, Give It Away" now by the Red Hot Chili Peppers and the Police by NWA. That's what if the RSL doesn't merge and mould themselves.
They're going to have to move with the times.
They're going to have to. They're going to need blow, right? They're going. They're going to need those vending machines, hip replacements. AIDS shots,
like the penicillin shots up.
Yeah,
you get all blowed up, and you get the clap from
there's nothing more lonesome.
The dirty old hoe in room 95. She's been round.
Nothing more lonesome, lonely, or dreary when you get up barmaid. She's got gonorrhea. This wouldn't be the burble if we didn't speak about another ridiculous gender reveal injury. Now, was it last podcast or the one
last
before?
Week. I believe it was last week.
Granny got hit by a bit of shrapnel on the head.
I'm laughing, but I shouldn't. But yeah.
Well, a plane has crashed to the ground and one of its occupants was injured when an expectant couple's gender reveal took a disastrous turn. So the plane being put into the ground, you can tell that that's a disastrous turn. It was a crop dusting plane. So just imagine here for the second, we're in the middle of America.
No.
We're in the middle of America, and it was used to dump about 1,300 litres of pink water over a field in Texas. And this happened in September. Well, I don't know. Anyway, the pilot, he was flying with a passenger and was carrying out the gender reveal for a friend in the city of Turkey, north of Dallas. But the single-engine plane got too slow, according to the safety board's documents, before it aerodynamically stalled, crashed to the ground and flipped on its back. Now, a crop dusting plane, I don't know how many kilos of weight a crop dusting plane can actually hold.
Oh, heaps. It's got to hold all that crop dusting shit.
Yeah, so does that weigh 1,300 kilos? Like, are they flying with acceptable weight restrictions?
Oh, I doubt it. It was in Texas. It was a wonder it wasn't full of guns.
The plane suffered heavy damage, including the right wing, and the passenger received minor injuries. Now, the pilot told investigators that there were no pre-impact mechanical failures or malfunctions with the plane.
Well, he probably assumed someone's gender and the plane just fell out of the sky.
These gender reveal parties are getting out.
They got to stop. I'm going to actually start a new political party.
Yeah.
The anti-gender reveal party.
Yeah. Yep.
And my whole...
If you do that, I'm going to punch in. I'm going to sack tap you because that Senate ballot is too long as it is now.
Actually, you know what we should do? Bugger the gender reveal shit. That we should make a political party, and we should find out the legislation about how long the name of a political party can be,
right?
And like just go one digit less, and then so we could just inconvenience everyone really mildly every 4 years by making the ballot paper another 2 feet longer.
I want to make the ballot paper's already longer than a necktie, okay?
The ballot paper, you couldn't outstretch your arms and hold the ballot paper.
No. And what about the booths? The booths are so small. You got to like run it this way and run it that way. And then they've got to change the ballot paper boxes nearly every 4 votes.
Yeah, because the paper's just jammed in there.
It is. Luckily, it's not flushable. Otherwise, it'd be blockage and there'd be more shit everywhere.
Well, it should be flushable because that's about all the candidates are good for.
John McAfee. Tell me about him, Ace. Tell me about John.
He's a loose unit, Benny.
No, so at one stage, though, he must have been doing IT at university or something.
So, look, the very...
Wasn't he normal once?
Once. I think then the blow took over. Seriously.
He's been to France?
Well...
Is it John McAfee's blow that's coming...
Well, that'd be a drop in the ocean for him. He's like uber billionaire, but he's like the bad Elon Musk.
The antivirus software creator is a murder suspect, international fugitive, and 2020 presidential candidate.
Yes.
But he has denied an internet conspiracy that he's on a mission to take down the deep state. What's the deep state, Az?
Deep state.
What's the deep state?
So the flat earthers, because we'll lump them all into one basket. The flat earthers believe that...
We're going to write on this basket. I've got the pen here right now.
Yeah.
Sticks?
Tin foil hat wearers.
Heads. Sure, that works.
Dumbass. But basically they believe that there's a shadow government comprised of like the richest people and families in the world that controls everything from the shadows, and everything that the public sees and hears is all carefully created to keep attention away from what's really going on.
Not on this podcast.
Oh no, we're shining the harsh light of day.
What's that whip sound effect again?
The harsh light of day and whip mouth sounds.
He's been on the run.
He's been on the run for years.
For US authorities. He's on his yacht. So is he doing that whole thing in The Simpsons like, can't touch me, I'm in international waters?
And he goes to, questionable South American countries. Colombia, Venezuela, Cuba, all of that where there's not really an extradition treaty and some rich foreigner with a heap of coin can basically buy himself whatever he wants.
Listen to this. He spoke to news.com.au last week.
Ooh, he's come out of hiding for a while.
From an undisclosed location.
He's like in Osama's cage.
Wait. An undisclosed location inside a communications Faraday cage with signal jammers and multiple VPNs.
Yep.
He goes, I can't tell you where I am. Now, he's 74 years old. I can't tell you where I am. He said via a barely working phone connection ahead of a planned video link appearance at the StartCon event in Sydney, which is happening this month. He cannot do that. We can't carry telephones with us anymore. We carry no electronics. But there's photos of him on his yacht with AK-47s.
Yeah.
And probably like a mountain of coke down in the galley.
Oh, without a doubt. Bought by your hard-earned antivirus dollars.
Here he is here. This is a photo of him in 2012 and actually looks like a bloke I used to work with at the radio station.
Yeah. Like he looks
I'm not naming names, but you know who you are.
He looks like a character out of the Far Cry games.
Yes.
Like Tropical Paradise.
Or Trevor from Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. But no, he's always been shady. Like he actually got his millions by inventing one of the very first antiviruses in the world, right?
Yep.
And basically went around to companies and said, you need this to protect you from viruses. And they're like, well, what are they? And then he went and invented some of the first viruses in the world as well. No, seriously.
Yeah, I know.
And basically infected all of these computers with viruses and then said, I can fix it. And then got the bright idea to go, oh, well, I'm going to release a different virus, and I'm going to charge you for a new antivirus.
And
he's also one of the fathers of planned obsolescence. So when your phone suddenly stops working after 2 years and 1 day when you're out of your contract, you can thank this bastard for it.
Yeah, John McAfee, you're an asshole, but anyway.
He's like a lovable rogue.
Yes.
That would knife you
Because he's paranoid. He's a sex maniac.
Yeah.
Inventor, yacht owner, and apparently he hangs around Belize.
Yeah, which is one of those questionable
Central American countries.
Yeah, sorry, Belize, if I've taken your name in vain. But
anything out of that, John, you've made me a Belizer. This bird's quit her full-time job and we'll wrap up the speed round with this one.
Righto.
This woman has quit her full-time job so she can focus on eating Chinese takeaway and Macca's on request. Now, her name is Chana Rowley. She's 22 years old. Films herself eating around 5,500 calories per meal.
Bloody hell.
And puts all the footage on YouTube. Now, she's got 40,000 sick following her.
On YouTube?
Yeah. 40,000 followers tune in to watch her enjoying food ranging from, I don't know what Greg's is, but this is overseas, to Pizza Hut. Now, she quit her previous job as an admin worker and currently supports herself by eating with a part-time warehouse job, which she took in order to have more time for her videos. Now, in the future, her aim is to become the UK's first mukbang star.
What?
Mukbang. MUKBANG star.
Oh.
Mukbang. You've got your device in front of you.
I just looked it up. I looked in. Okay, so burglars, we're on the cusp of technology.
Are you looking at the same story?
Oh, I'm not looking at the story. I wanted to know what the name was for the particular genre of gentleman's entertainment where you watch someone eat food.
But it's called mukbang.
Mukbang.
What's it mean? Come on.
Mukbang. Korean. Is a live, a live online audio-visual broadcast in which a host eats large amounts of food while interacting with their audience. You go.
Why is it called mukbang?
That's the Korean word.
It's South Korea, isn't it? Isn't it where it started?
Well, you wouldn't know if it was in North Korea, would you?
She's an attractive girl.
Yeah.
She eats thousands of... and she's got the microphone set up and just sit there.
She's doing those ASMR videos going...
Oh, I hate those videos.
I'm just eating a burger, and then I'm going to have a chip, and then some of my Coke, and then heart disease.
Okay, many of her videos feature her boyfriend of 8 months who eats along with her and vlogs under the name of Trans King.
Right.
Do that get me 8,000 followers just by burping there. This. This is why we're getting video put in here so we can do stuff. We're just going to watch. We'll do videos and it'll just be me and Az drinking piss in the studio. That's it.
Yep.
We've got this we're going to mukbang the
muck rake. I think we'll call it muck rake. Look at this dickhead. We're going to get a 70-inch flat screen, right, in the corner of the studio, and we'll get a randomizer. I'll write a little script and we'll just go onto the video section of Google and just hit random.
Yeah.
Until we find some dunce that we could just take the piss out of.
And we're just drinking beers.
Yeah, we'll muck rake.
Well, you know what we need to do then? If we're going to do that, I don't mind having a ciggy when I'm having a beer. So we'll need to
take it out the beer garden.
We'll have to take it out the beer garden. But when I'm also drinking and smoking, I don't mind a bit of pool. We'll need to play the pool table.
Okay, we'll take it into the games room.
Yeah. I don't mind having a bet as well. So we'll need to install a tab. And if we can get a couple of poker machines in, that'd be awesome.
Look, I don't mind a game of Pac-Man. We're going to need some arcade machines.
We'll need the arcade machine in there as well. That is a true thing. That's a true thing. I don't mind
probably a bigger fridge,
larger fridge. I like barmaids that are easy on the eye. So if
not mukbangers.
No, not mukbangers.
Is that the correct term? Do you think
mukbangers?
Yeah, you're a mukbanger, a mukbangee.
Look, I've never sat there and watched anyone eat. I don't like watching people eat.
No,
I would be horrified.
There's actually a term for people that get the shits and want to throat punch people when you can hear them chew.
Oh yes,
that's a medical thing. It's
I get that every time I visit a Westfield food court. I do.
I don't visit a Westfield food court because usually I get dysentery.
Yeah.
Hit us up on the socials at theverbal.com.au.
A restaurant has urged its customers, please don't presume the gender of our staff. Instead, use gender-neutral terms like until you know the person's pronouns. Yes, we live in this world.
Can you describe the face I have on right now?
You're wanting to laugh. You're just shaking your head.
I don't know if to laugh or cry.
I think I just made 7 more grey hairs appear on your head. It was a photo that was posted on social media and it shows a sign to this restaurant in the window, asking customers to avoid saying things like, she's already helping me, the guy over there is grabbing my donut,